This game was crazy. Raptors go up by 20, then almost lose it, then hold on. Epic game. Raptors Hawks play on Martin Luther King Day, 2:30 p.m. start, early game for the Raptors. Third game in 4 days for the Raptors, so you're going to expect a little rust here and there, but man, this game was all of it, guys. This is a game you definitely don't want to miss because the Raptors are trailing for most of this game. It didn't look like the Raptors were going to win this game, and Trae Young was having a game for his life right there. He ended up the game with 42, 6, and 15 assists. He was on fire and just absolutely destroyed the Raptors defense all throughout the game. Raptors were pretty much reeling after that first quarter. The Raptors dropped 36 points, then struggled to score throughout the second quarter and got destroyed in that second quarter. And then third quarter, the Raptors struggled to score but did win the quarter, but it wasn't looking great. And Raptors were 4 of 24 from 3 in that first half. And OG Anunoby missing the wide open 3 to end the half was the definition and representation of the first half. Raptors were bricked from 3. And everybody was just shooting threes. Kyle Lowry, Siakam, Marc Gasol, Serge Ibaka, and everybody was just missing it. In the second half, however, Raptors' third quarter wasn't the greatest. But in the fourth, that boy, Norman Powell, he has been on fire lately. The MVP for the past 2 or 3 games. I can't even remember how many games he's been great. He had 20 points in the last 7 out of 8 games. And tonight, he scores 20 again. 8 out of 9 games, Norman Powell has scored 20 points or more. And it is a career high 5 straight games. And let me tell you, Raptors needed every single point Norman Powell dropped tonight. He was on fire. Holy smokes, behind the back threes, then pull up threes, step back threes. Norman Powell is hitting everything tonight. And Kyle Lowry and the starters were loving every second of it because the Raptors starters couldn't get it going after that first quarter. And the Raptors needed Norman Powell. And Norman Powell went nuclear mode. He had 12 straight points, was absolutely unstoppable. Kyle Lowry getting up off the bench, hyping up Norman Powell. Norman Powell screaming, loving the fame, loving the shots. He was on fire. And he dropped 27 tonight, yet MVP easily today. If Norman Powell doesn't play like that, the Raptors easily lose this game. But the Raptors go up by 21 points with 4 minutes or so left in the game. And I'm like, okay, the bench is going to easily take care of things. And this game's pretty much over. Boy, was I wrong. The Hawks started putting a full-court press similar to what the Raptors did against Dallas when the Raptors were clawing back from their 30-point deficit and winning the game. The Hawks forced turnovers all game after that. Patrick McCaw, Norman Powell, Terrence Davis, all 3 of these guys kept forcing the ball up, turning the ball over, and the Hawks made them pay. John Collins, Bembry, Kevin Huerter, Hunter, Cam Reddish, Trae Young, all these young studs are scoring the basketball, and all of a sudden, the game went from a 21-point lead to a 2-point lead in like a matter of 3 minutes. And I'm like, holy crap, this can't be happening. As the Raptors were choking the game away, the Raptors have had a problem closing out fourth quarters previously against OKC, against San Antonio. The Raptors have not played great in the fourth quarter, and this is one of those games. You had a huge lead thanks to Norman Powell. Raptors didn't deserve to win this game, but it came down to the final moments, and Nick Nurse had no choice but to take out the guys who were on the court. Serge Ibaka was not happy that he got subbed off, but what you gotta do, you gotta do. Marc Gasol came in, VanVleet came in, and then Kyle Lowry eventually came in. But VanVleet, Steady Freddy, was one of the big reasons why the Raptors won this game. He comes in, all the pressure on the Raptors, all momentum going Atlanta's way. He hits a step back, and he drains it. Then he gets to the free throw line, hits 1 of 2 free throws. Game's up in the balance. Raptors down to a 2-point lead. Fred VanVleet gets fouled for 3. Knocks down all 3 free throws. Iced the game. Steady Freddy was huge to win this game. Now, I gotta say, Nick Nurse also did a great job at just putting in the right guys at the right times. And he needed Steady Freddy in there to close out this game, and he did a great job of doing that. But my takeaways from today's game: Norman Powell MVP, still going great. Raptors didn't do a good job in the fourth quarter again. Trae Young is a real deal. He's averaging 28.8 points, and he dropped 42 points, 6 rebounds, and 15 assists casually. And honestly, the Raptors couldn't do much. But a few things I gotta point out that the Raptors definitely gotta look into moving forward. First out, the free throw shooting was poor today, and the 3-point shooting was poor. Yes, Norman Powell helped with those numbers, but realistically, those numbers should be much better than what they are right there if Norman Powell didn't shoot those shots in. Another reason is Pascal Siakam has not made a 3 in what feels like forever, and he's consistently not scoring 20 points, so that's a little bit of a concern. Maybe people have found out a key to stopping him, because he had like Bembry and shorter guys on him, and he just turned around, tried doing these one-handed hooks, and that's not a good shot. He should maybe dribble one more and get into the paint, get a foot in the paint, and then take that shot. And teams are waiting for him to do that spin move. John Collins, Hunter, everybody's waiting for that spin move, and they know what's coming. So Siakam's got to be a little more elusive with his decision making there. And honestly, Serge Ibaka had one of his poor games shooting the basketball until he hit a couple of threes near the end. And Marc Gasol didn't have a good game. OG didn't have a good game. It's tough to have a bunch of guys not play well altogether. It was lucky for Norman Powell and Terrence Davis, who really provided guys with some help on the second unit. Otherwise, guys, those Peachtree uniforms that the Hawks have is kind of different. I didn't even know they had those, but it looks alright. And shout out to Martin Luther King. He made a great impact on culture in the States and all over the world. To be honest, he's read about all over history books and everything like that. Kudos to what he did, and he made a huge impact, and it can't be understated. Other than that, guys, a great game for the Raptors. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the Raptors Wrap Up. Until next time.